Beth Basler.
And I'm Kim Noyes, and we work for First Light Power at Northfield Mountain Recreation and Environmental Center in Northfield, Massachusetts. We're excited to share some of our best practices so that you can help prepare your group for the Source to Sea cleanup organized by the Connecticut River Conservancy. We'll show you how a little bit of planning and communication with your team will make your cleanup go super smooth. 4 helpful things to keep in mind are scouting, safety, sorting, and items that should stay in place.
Scouting before your volunteers are on site is an effective way to ensure that you have the materials and expertise on site for an effective cleanup. Developing prior plans for how you'll handle volunteers on steep slopes, poison ivy, or perhaps knowing that you have syringes on site and need a sharps kit, or even that you might need to contact the local environmental department to help with hazardous materials is invaluable information to have prior to having volunteers on site.
On the day of your event, share sorting techniques with volunteers so that you can recycle as much as possible. Carrying 2 bags, one for trash, and a clear one for recyclables can help you recycle as much as possible. Sorting recyclables preserves precious resources and limited landfill space. Check out the Connecticut River Conservancy's website and visit Group Leader Tips and Best Practices to find out what can be recycled in your state.
Some waste items require special disposal for environmental reasons. Be sure to keep items like propane cylinders, items with screens like computers, cell phones, and televisions, and items with refrigerants like air conditioners and refrigerators separate to ensure proper disposal. Sorting and separating household hazardous waste is one of the most important things your group can do to maintain river and volunteer health. Plastic buckets come in handy when collecting common household chemicals, especially if there are any leaking containers. And buckets are also great for carrying anything sharp, like broken glass or sharp metal.
Next, let's look at items that should stay in place. If you come across a container that could have unidentified hazardous waste, leave it where you find it. Symbols such as these can alert you to hazards that are best dealt with by professionals. Best practices include taking a photo, marking the location with flagging tape, and completing the hazardous waste form so that the information can be passed on to your state environmental agency. Also, notifying the landowner of any items that you deem too unsafe or too challenging to remove can help them figure out what the next steps should be.
The best way for volunteers to stay safe on the cleanup is to collect only items with which they're comfortable. Sadly, items with bodily fluids are commonly found on the cleanup, like toilet paper, condoms, or diapers. It's easy to just use a shovel and put a bit of soil over items for small amounts of organic debris. For other items, you may want to use your plastic bag as a barrier between your glove and the contaminated item. Keeping your gloves clean throughout the day is really helpful. For sites with syringes, it's super helpful to have a sharps kit and a pair of pliers. You can use these items, walk them directly over to where the needle is located, use the pliers to collect, and box the item right up. If you need more information on collecting syringes, check out the website below. During cleanups, volunteers often ask, what do we do with wood? Well, organic debris we just leave in place. Wood that's painted or is treated to resist rot, we take that with us. Depending on the optics of the location, untreated wood can sometimes be left in place and sometimes taken away from the site.
Hey Beth, what do I do with construction debris?
Items like household shingles can be disposed of in lined landfills, but not in waste-to-energy facilities. So if you go ahead and put them in plastic bags, it'll help your hauler to ensure they get to the right place at the end of the day. Other items like caulk, cement board, tile with adhesive on the back, They may contain lead or asbestos, and so it's great to take photos of them when you're out scouting the site, take them to a professional who can give you advice about how to handle them, and then come back and handle them properly the day of, or leave them in place for the environmental professionals if that's the safest thing to do.
Hey Beth, is it ever necessary to involve the police?
That's a great question, Marcy. Sometimes you'll find items like guns, safes, or other suspicious items on site. Even if you're handling household waste, where the person has left identifying information, it's really best to leave those items on site, call the police, and have them document the evidence in that location prior to moving it with you when you go at the end of the day. Hopefully, through scouting, safety, sorting, and leaving some items in place, you'll be sure to have a positive impact on the watershed. Remember to have fun and be careful.
Our watershed is a much cleaner place because of your hard work. Thank you.